We are back. We are back on the No Nonsense Trader channel, and I am Dave. And today we're going to be talking about custom projects and modifying the different currencies on there, the different financial items. We'll also be touching on some of the data and how you can switch up that, and we'll drill into that more. So we've opened the StrategyQuant software. We're going to be taking a look at the custom projects. Now let's take a look at this one right here that says GBP JPY breakout H4, and then it says Dukascopy. That's the type of data that was originally in there. Now we open up the project and we can see that it's building on GBP JPY FTMO. And so that means it's using FTMO, the prop firm's data. Okay, and then it's using some out of samples, two different sets of years. And then we've got Euro, Japanese yen. That's the other financial item that this is being tested on. And then USD JPY is another financial item that it's being tested on. So it goes through a lot of different tests before it comes out and finishes here. But let's just say you wanted to switch some things up. Let's just say you wanted, instead of using GBP JPY, you wanted to actually make this with this one, Euro JPY. I'm going to show you how you can do that, how you can switch up the data. Or if you wanted to do something more straightforward, like say this is FTMO data, which is the prop firm data, and we want to change that to what kind of data? 5%ers data. Yeah, a different prop firm, or maybe a broker. So let's go into custom projects here and then take a look. Here is this one we're looking at, GBP JPY breakout on the hour 4. Click here and we say modify symbols. So let's go over this part right here. Here are our symbols that are inside of there. I showed you this one. GBP JPY with FTMO data, Euro Japanese yen with FTMO data, US dollar JPY with FTMO data. But let's just say we wanted to change all of that to 5%ers data, a different prop firm. Okay, but let's go, before we do all that, before we get into changing it, let me just show you this right here. What the hell is this? This is something that shouldn't even be in here, right? But where did that come from? This is for a completely different project. So why is it even in here? Because it wasn't on the custom project list. So I'm going to show you where these things are. If you ever look at your if you're at your modified custom projects and you see something that maybe shouldn't be in there. Where's another example? This one right here. Yeah, this one right here, XOM on the daily chart. There's something that shouldn't be in there. Okay, I'm going to show you where that is and why it's in there. It is actually here in full settings cross checks, and this is where that is. That's where this symbol is right here. Okay, now this is there because it can be used as something to back test things on additional markets, but it's for something completely different. So that's because the person who made this original custom project just cloned it and then didn't delete this, because it doesn't even matter. It matters if you do this. If you click it on, then it's going to back test on this. Okay, and that's what this is all about. So of course it's not back testing, so you can kind of ignore it, but I just wanted to explain where that even comes from, because it kind of, at first when I saw those things, I thought it was like some sort of error, like the software just had an error and it was just adding these weird things in there. but it's not an error. It's just somewhere deep within the settings that there's some extra items in there. So you don't have to pay too much attention to them. But I'm going to copy and paste them into here anyways. Okay, let's continue on though. What does this mean? Apply default settings. Why do you want to do that? Apply default settings is a good thing. You want to click this because then you don't have to manually do it. What this means is that it's going to add the FTMO spread and slippage, swap rates, and big jug of water. What did I say? Swap rates and I think that's everything. Slippage, swap rates, whatever. Tick step. Sorry, tick step. I'll also apply the tick step in there. And maybe that's already part of it. No tick step. Just apply default settings. You want to do that because then you don't have to manually do that. And okay, let's continue on now. There's this column down here which says usage. Okay, what is this? This is actually just a how-to example. Should be called like how to use, maybe. That would make more sense. So it just shows you how some examples on how to switch it. And so it says Euro US dollar H1. Now to change it to GBP US dollar, you just do that, right? And then you could also, so that's changing the financial item, like the currency. And then this one's doing the time frame. This one's H1, this one's H4. Okay, and then they kind of give you a shortcut here where you can put slash and an asterisk and then slash asterisk. So what that means is that it's going to use the same time frame, right? And then this one, it's going to use the same financial item, right? The same currency, whatever it could be, right? Anyways, let's just do a little switcheroo here. Let's just say we've got it on this GBP JPY, but then we're going to press Control Copy. Control, yep, and then we got this one. So for some reason you can't just copy it. You got to press, like you can't, was it right click? You got to press the keys. I'm sure the people that are using this will understand what I'm doing and how it's kind of weird, in my opinion. It's not like using an Apple, like an iPhone. It's kind of, you gotta kind of work with it. You know what, I'm gonna make my life easier here and just change the hour so that I don't have to waste your time watching me do this. You can do this yourself and just see kind of how painful it is in some ways to use this. Okay, and then so this one's hour 4, but we want to change it to, let's just get crazy here. Let's just say D1 daily rate. No, sorry. Let's just change it to H1, right? H1, easy. So then I can just change a number here. H1, right? And I don't know if this is necessary, but let's just do it anyways. Okay, so we're changing from hour 4 to hour 1, and then we're gonna press save. Okay, and then we go in here, and we can see that now it's on hour 1. So that's how you can change all the time frames really quickly for everything. Now it kind of let's just go back here because that I made my life too easy there. This is not always, it's not always easy, and I want you to see me struggle through this just so that, because you're gonna struggle through this. It sounds straightforward, but when you start doing this, it gets kind of, in my opinion, it's I get confused, but just use the copy and paste. So I'm pressing Control Copy Paste. Paste. Okay, so let's just say we want to do a real big switcheroo here. So we want to change it to Euro Japanese yen, like that. And then now on those other ones, that other out of sample, the other financial item that it gets tested on, we want to switch it like this. We're going crisscross. We're just changing it, right? And we're just going to keep this one the same. I don't know if I need to do this, but I'm just going to do it anyways. Oh no. What did I do there? See, this is where human error comes. And okay. So now we've changed it from GBP, JPY, FTMO data. Now we're changing it to Euro, Japanese yen, FTMO data. We're going to apply default settings on everything, of course, right? You want to do that because you don't want to do it manually. And then we're going to press save. Now we're going to go back to it. Okay, and now look at it. It says Euro, Japanese yen. And but then it starts to get confusing where you got to start amending things, because originally it was GBP JPY, but now this one is GBP JPY, but it's titled this. Okay, so then to stop getting confused on all this stuff, you want to go like this. You want to go clone project, and then it makes a clone, and then you want to start renaming things. All kinds of differences here, right? It was Euro JPY on hour 1, and it was using FTMO data. FTMO. Save. Yeah, now look at it. It's up here, and it's awesome, right? But we want to, this was GBP JPY, so we're going to change that. So you got to go in here, you got to rename it GBP, is that right? GBP and then JPY. Okay. Yep. Now we've made it so much better, and we're happier. Yeah, I just wanted to mess around with this to show you how to modify projects, but then just totally modify them for something else. And you can do that for everything, but you need to go through all these and kind of have a plan of what you're up to. Maybe jot down on some paper just what your plan is and what you're going to change all these things to, because you can just continue to use these custom projects, but just use them on different financial items. Okay, I'm not going to keep boring you on this one, but let's go into data. And remember, I just wanted to drill this in. Maybe you think you know what you're doing, and that's great, but many people say they know what they're doing, but then they email me, and I don't think they know what they're doing. So the greatest thing that they've started here is with tick data, and this is super cool. Tick data with different broker profiles. So choosing your broker can be done by using the broker profiles, because then you're matching your data up with it. So let's just say we wanted to make a gold strategy, and then we go, boom, we click on XAU, and that's gold. But then we want to do it with, okay, let's go through the broker profile. Darwinix, Dukascopy, FTMO, IC Markets, Monavis. That is another prop firm, but it's from Slovakia. I don't recommend that one just because I don't know Slovakia, and I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't. I don't know much about Slovakia. I'm sorry, Slovakia. But then we've got Awanda, Pepperstone, RoboForex, and then the 5%ers, which is a prop firm. So yeah, that's pretty cool how you can change. You can get some broker ideas from here. Like which broker are you going to be a part of? You're not going to be part of Dukascopy. They only have MT4, I think, and they don't even have MT5, or they only maybe they don't even have MT4. I might be wrong there. Do they have? I'll look that up later. But yeah, we're getting data from there, but I don't know. I think you got to use J4X or something for this one. And yeah, but this is super cool. So say you wanted to do the DarwinX one, which is kind of a prop firm a little bit, DarwinX, and then you press save. Oh, you gotta say agree to that, save, and then it's super simple here. The name of this is gold, right? XAU USD, and then DarwinX has an instrument called this, but remember, it's not always so straightforward. Sometimes they name them kind of weird, but DarwinX doesn't. Just adds DarwinX to it, and then press save. Yep, and then now what? You gotta find it because you gotta update that data. So you go to broker profiles, you go to DarwinX, and there's only one, and then we click on update selected because I selected it, and now it's thinking, and it's gonna load that data. Yep, I just wanted to play around and show you some custom projects, how to do all that, how to mess around with that, and maybe answer some questions that maybe were probing you. Especially, they probed me. I wondered about some of these things right here. Just in the modified symbol, like what was this? And what did this mean at the top here? And what did apply default settings? And why was this here? I just wanted to cover all that and just give you some real examples of you modifying your custom projects, because you got so many custom projects that come preloaded. You could start using these for all different kinds of financial instruments. You can just keep mixing, and like for instance, you've got a gold one here. Hey, let's just change that to silver or something else, something that your broker also has, and then start running projects on those, or maybe just different time frames. You can change all these from H1 to what you can change them to so many different things. You go daily, you go to M30, 30-minute, 15-minute, weekly, monthly. You can just start messing around with it, seeing what kind of results you're getting by using the same project, and you just keep cloning them and messing with them, mixing and matching. All right, folks, thanks for watching to the very end. This is just me brushing through some of the things I think about StrategyQuant, and probably what other people out there who are using it are thinking about. And just to let you know that I'm doing the same thing over here, and I'm going to share way more stuff with you, all kinds of custom projects, templates, for all kinds of different recipes too, of different uncorrelated items that we can put together. Maybe make like something on the blogs about 5 or 10 recipes of different uncorrelated packaged items that we can all build custom projects on, and build every single item in those recipes, and so everyone could be making different stuff. And I'll get to those later, and we'll catch you in the next one.